It's Sunday, February 23rd, 2020. Making this video on this beautiful late afternoon. I apologize. We had some wind come in. I hope it doesn't distort the audio too much. Please bear with me. A lot happening. I wanted to make this video report to you some very interesting things that are taking place. Number one, I just looked at the metals market about 30 minutes ago. Gold was up $35. Silver was up 33 cents. I just looked at it about 5 minutes ago. It's come back a little bit. Gold right now is up about $22. Silver is up 19 cents. So there is a lot happening. What I can tell from this is that people, investors, are getting worried. There's fear globally, especially with the situation in China, added with the slowing global economy. So there is definitely some very, very big concern out there. And I think this is why we're seeing metals right now, metal prices starting to really pick up some steam here. Also, Dow futures right now are down 330 points. So I think we're gonna have a very interesting day on the stock market tomorrow. And it'll be even more interesting to see how much money the Federal Reserve is going to have to pump into these markets to make sure that we don't start to see a collapse here of 700, 800, or 1,000 points tomorrow. They're gonna have to pump in a lot of money because the news right now is getting very, very ugly. Austria halts train traffic with Italy. Turkey closes Iran border. Axios is now reporting shortages of 150 drugs. So again, the situation coming out of China, the global slowdown, the supply chains, the factories closing, everything just regarding the unknown is causing a lot of concern. And people are going to run to the two most undervalued assets in the world, gold and silver. No doubt, growth is slowing right now. Inflation is rising. The writing is on the wall with what is coming. Stagflation is now becoming a real possibility. I make these videos to reinforce with every one of you why you need to be preparing mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. If we ignore the risks, that would be one of the biggest irresponsibilities that you or I could commit. We know liquidity injections and rate cuts are not going to be enough to stop what is coming to America. Central banks continue to pump liquidity to disguise the rising risk to the global economy. But there's problems here that they're not going to be able to stop. Containment, the situation in China, the containment is taking longer than expected. China is the biggest manufacturer in the world. 17% of the global economy is China. And its export provinces are now on lockdown. Arguably, China may be the biggest economy in the world. It has the 4 biggest banks in the world. This is going to have huge recourses globally, financially, with what's happening over there. Sectors here and the world are dependent on Chinese supplies such as auto parts, technology components, medicine, pharmaceuticals. What if it does not get here? What if it doesn't get across the globe? What is going to happen? Think about that. We need to be thinking about the possibilities, the potential that this could have on your life and my life, and what we're doing today to prepare for it. Doing nothing guarantees that you lose. Do not be irresponsible. Article here, it will be really, really bad. China faces financial Armageddon with 85% of businesses set to run out of cash in 3 months. 1/3 expect the cash to be all gone within 1 month. Yet, when I watch the news, when I watch the business channels, nobody's telling anybody to prepare. What they're telling you is to buy the dip, get into these markets, take advantage of this. China has grooved to a halt. China is disintegrating. Steel demand, oil demand, property sales, auto sales, everything is almost at zero right now. China's economy is quite literally paralyzed right now as I make this video. Shipping giant warns paralyzed Chinese factories, damaging global economy. The news continues to get worse, but you wouldn't know it. People are out here playing golf. People are at the restaurants. They're drinking. They're watching golf. They're watching sports. Not a care in the world. AP Moller and Maersk, the world's largest container shipping company, warned on Thursday the situation in China, which is quickly spreading across the world, would hit earnings this year. Maersk reported a $72 million fourth quarter loss, which was unexpected. Remember that this situation in China didn't even have anything to do with their fourth quarter loss. What is now happening with this situation in China? Imagine what it's going to do to the first quarter 2020 earnings. Revenues declined 5.6% due to the decline in container shipping. We're going to see a much bigger decline now with what's been transpiring over the last 4 weeks. But also remember this, I made a video about a month or two ago, the 4,000 US railroad cars that are sitting in storage. 400,000 rail cars are sitting in storage. This is way before the situation in China took place. 400,000 rail cars shipping in storage should be a huge bellwether to you and I that things are slowing down. Let's stop blaming it on Amazon and e-commerce. Things are slowing down. Article today, 401k millionaire surge to record level. I did a video on this a couple weeks ago. This is what people care about. This is all they care about is their 401k, their IRAs, their money markets. The fake surging stock market is going to disappoint a lot of people when it falls. These people don't have this money in their hands. If you have a pension, an IRA, a 401k, this money is not in your hands. When you look at what's happening globally, everything is interconnected. If things happen in Latin America, Asia, Europe, it is going to affect us here. If a big bank like Deutsche Bank implodes, your pension, your 401k, your IRA, everything is going to take a massive hit. And heaven forbid, when the banks here in the U.S. start falling, when this Fed loses control of these markets, when the faith is gone, when people run for the exits, what do you think is going to happen to your 401k, your IRA, your money market? What do you think is going to happen to your pension? All the 401k and IRA millionaires, they are paper millionaires. They were created through this president's pressure on the Federal Reserve to unleash easy money policies to boost the stock market. All the fake data, the fake phase one deal that we got, ultra low interest rates, the repo market, the massive liquidity injections, this has all produced record number of paper millionaires. These are fake millionaires. And this is a fake stock market running on borrowed time. We all know that JP Morgan's drain of liquidity via money markets and reserves parked in the Fed promoted a liquidity crisis that resulted in not QE, which allowed even more liquidity to flow into the stock market starting last September. The same period, the investment accounts soared in value. What a coincidence. Remember, you must have an emergency fund. You need cash. You need hard assets. You need an insurance policy to fall back on. I truly believe that there are really bad times coming to America. And it might not be right now. This whole situation in Asia might blow over, but this is telling you that something can happen, that if some black swan flies out of left field, you are susceptible to losing everything if you are not prepared. How falling behind on a payday loan can lead to an arrest warrant. This is on CNBC. I read this yesterday. 3,000 people in Utah were served arrest warrants because of an unpaid loan between 2017 and 2018. People are going to jail for unpaid loans. And the reason I bring this up is because if things get really bad economically here in America, and of course that is going to flow out socially onto the streets of America, but if things get really bad financially here, and they're going to at some point, what are these people going to do who are broke, who have no emergency fund, no cash, no gold, no silver, no assets? They don't own anything. All they own is a pile of debt. What are these people going to do when the bad times come to America? Each year, 12 million Americans use short-term, high-interest rate payday loans. Can you imagine what this is going to look like when this economy and this stock market actually corrects? When reality comes to town, can you imagine 12 million people right now using payday loans this year? Nearly 3/4 of the borrowers have a household income below $40,000, and 10% of these people are retired. I mean, again, I don't even think we can fathom what this is going to look like when the bad times get here, and they are on their way. Interest rates on payday loans are on average 400%. People are finding themselves in debt traps, which become death traps. People are skipping basic living expenses such as paying their rent or their health care just to keep up with these legalized loan sharks. Going back to Utah, one man in Utah was issued 5 or more arrest warrants for a debt of $165. This is what it's come to here in America. People are so behind that they can't even leave their job for a second, let alone multiple times to go to court to argue with these loan sharks. What's going to happen if these infections get out of control? Supply chains breaking, products not getting here, supplies at your local Walmart, inventory not getting to the local stores. People are sending me on a daily basis now pictures of supply shortages at their stores, at their Walmarts. This is really starting to really get serious. And the average American, the majority of Americans, are not prepared for what is coming to America. I'm not saying it's going to be here tomorrow or next week, but the bellwethers, the canary in the coal mine, they are warning you that this is on its way. It may not be tomorrow or next week or next month, but it is coming. It's not a matter of if, it is now a matter of when. You don't know what's going to cause it, what day or what time it's going to get here, but I promise you, it is coming. Nothing is going to stop it. And I have no idea what these people who are absolutely broke and unprepared are going to do. And these people who continue to write me to tell me they have no money, but they have a $1,200 iPhone, they have Netflix, they have a $3,000 computer, they're drinking a $7 latte on Facebook, or they're having a $6 or $7 or $8 imported beer that they post on Facebook. They're going out to dinner, they're taking a vacation, but they have no money to save for an emergency fund. They have no money to buy an ounce of silver. All I can say to those people is things are about to get real. And if you don't get real quick, you're going to be in real big trouble. So I'm going to wrap it up right here. Sun is getting ready to set. We're heading into evening. It's going to be a very interesting day on the markets tomorrow, no doubt. Again, we'll see how much money they have to pump into these markets to save them from crashing 1,000+ points. But I want to leave you with this. Somebody had told me a couple days ago that they had a friend that works over at one of the local Trader Joe's, and they had 6 positions open up. 480 people applied for those positions. Now, I don't care what the business analysts are telling me. I don't care what the television's telling me. I don't care what any of my friends tell me, any of my associates tell me. Something is very, very wrong with this U.S. economy. There is going to be a financial reckoning coming to the United States of America. Make sure every one of you continues to do what you are doing. Continue to prepare. Look, we can't worry about people who want to ignore reality, who want to be irresponsible, who continue to believe that everything's okay because their 401k is doing well. We can't worry about those people. I'm going to continue to make videos to wake up as many people as possible, but at the end of the day, I have to worry about me and my loved ones, and you have to worry about you and your loved ones. Make sure that you continue to prepare mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Make sure you continue to walk close to God. Pray for this country. Make sure that you share this video with everyone you know and everyone you don't know. Share it all over social media. Put it everywhere. Thanks a lot for taking a few minutes out of your day and watching this video. God bless America. God bless every one of you. Talk to you soon.